You know that feeling, that little spark inside, this idea you have, but it feels like nobody else quite sees it.
Oh, absolutely. It's almost like you're speaking a different language sometimes.
Yeah, maybe it's your family being a bit hesitant or friends kind of laughing it off, or even just that voice in your own head planting seeds of doubt.
Happens all the time.
So today, we're not just talking about that feeling. We're going to get into how that doubt, that very skepticism, might actually be, well, your secret advantage.
It sounds counterintuitive, right? But yeah, think about people like Steve Jobs or Oprah. They weren't exactly met with universal applause from day one.
Not at all. So yeah, let's do this deep dive. We're calling it the dark art of self-belief.
I like that. It's definitely a bit of an art form. It's that classic situation, isn't it? Your gut says yes, the world says maybe later or never.
Right, and you're saying that maybe that never from the world is helpful. How does that work?
Well, think about what happens when no one's really paying attention yet. There's no hype.
Mm-hmm. None of that pressure.
Exactly. So where does your energy go? Not into managing expectations or, dealing with early fame. It goes straight into the work. Pure focus.
Okay. So less distraction, I can see that. It strips things down to the essentials.
It really does. And then there's the motivation aspect. That little sting when someone doubts you.
Mm-hmm.
For a lot of people, that's like pouring gasoline on a fire. It becomes this prove-it fuel. You're not just doing it for yourself anymore.
Right, there's that little bit of, oh yeah, watch me. I think we all have a bit of that.
We do. It's powerful stuff. And think longer term. If you manage to make progress when everyone's betting against you,
Yeah.
you build this incredible mental toughness and a late mentality almost. So when support does eventually come, you're already solid. You've built the foundations in the toughest weather.
It's like you've been training in turbulent water, so calm seas feel easy later on. Builds a different kind of strength.
Precisely. And, neuroscientifically, this stuff is fascinating. Studies show social rejection actually lights up similar parts of the brain as physical pain.
Wow, really?
Yeah, but here's the twist. That pain, that feeling of being dismissed or underestimated, it can be transformed, turned into what the source calls rocket fuel.
Rocket fuel, I like that image.
And you see it everywhere, don't you? The athlete grinding it out alone, the inventor working late nights, all those stories of failure before the big success.
Yeah, the classic training montage. Okay, so the potential is there, but how do you, consciously grab that doubt and turn it into fuel? Is there a method?
Well, the source we looked at lays out this really practical four-step approach, calls it the underdog mindset. Basically, turning that feeling of being alone into momentum.
Okay, I'm listening. Step one.
Step one is weaponize the doubt.
Weaponize it. Sounds aggressive. How?
It's about flipping the script.
Mm.
Instead of letting doubt chip away at you, you consciously use it.
Oh.
Every negative comment, every internal wobble, see it as like another log on your fire.
Oh.
It just makes your determination burn hotter.
So actively collect it almost.
Yeah, the source even suggests, maybe a bit controversially, creating a hater list. Just writing down all the doubts you've heard.
Seriously, a hater list.
Yeah. The idea is when your motivation dips, you look at that list and it reminds you exactly what you're pushing against. It can be surprisingly effective.
Okay, keeping receipts, basically. Step one. Weaponize the doubt. Got it. What's step two?
Step two, become your own cheerleader.
Right, because maybe no one else is doing it yet.
Exactly. External validation might be scarce early on, so you have to generate it internally. It might feel weird at first, but you need to actively notice and celebrate your own small wins, your own progress.
How do you do that without feeling, I don't know, a bit silly?
Well, the source suggests things like maybe keeping video diaries, just quick recordings talking about what you achieved that day, however small. It creates a record, something to look back on, proof for yourself.
Building your own evidence trail. I get that. Okay, makes sense. Step three.
Step three is find shadow evidence.
Shadow evidence. Intriguing. What's that?
It means actively looking for proof that people like you, people with similar backgrounds or facing similar hurdles, have succeeded. It's not just about general inspiration like reading a quote.
It's more targeted.
Much more. It's about finding concrete proof that your specific path is possible because someone somewhat like you has walked it. It shifts things from maybe I can to, okay, someone did this, so how did they do it? It makes it real.
Like finding historical precedent for your own unlikely journey. Okay, I like that. Very specific. And step four.
Step four is the 10-year rule.
The 10-year rule. Sounds important.
It's about perspective. When you're right in the middle of the struggle, the doubts and criticisms feel huge, right? All-consuming.
Totally.
This rule asks you to just mentally zoom out. Ask yourself, 10 years from now, how much will this specific person's doubt matter? Will I even remember this specific setback?
Putting it in perspective, chances are probably not much.
Exactly. Those current doubters. Likely irrelevant in the grand scheme of your future success. It helps diminish the power of the immediate negativity.
That's actually really helpful, just detaching from the immediate noise. Wasn't there a pro tip mentioned as well?
Yes, a crucial one for this stage. Try not to seek validation while you're in the thick of the grind.
Ooh, that's tough. We all want that pat on the back.
We do. It's
Yeah.
human nature. But chasing approval before you have results can be a massive energy drain and, honestly, often leads to disappointment.
Mm.
The source puts it well. Validation usually follows success. It doesn't precede it.
So focus inward. Focus on the work, trust the process, and let the results be the validation later.
That's the idea. Keep your head down and execute.
Okay, this framework, weaponize doubt, be your own cheerleader, find shadow evidence, the 10-year rule, it makes sense. But does it work in the real world? Did the source mention actual people?
Definitely. And seeing the real examples really drives it home. It's not just theory. Think about Kobe Bryant.
Oh, yeah, legend.
Early in his career, he was literally told he wouldn't even make it as a starter in the NBA.
No way, really.
Yep. And his reaction wasn't, complaining or looking for sympathy. It was just pure, relentless dedication to outworking absolutely everyone. He totally weaponized that doubt.
And clearly proved them wrong, massively. Who else?
J.K. Rowling. The Harry Potter story is pretty famous now, but
Rejections.
12 of them. 12 publishers said no thanks to one of the biggest cultural phenomenons ever. Imagine getting rejection number 5 or 10. You'd need some serious self-belief to keep going.
Unbelievable. She really had to be her own cheerleader there.
Absolutely. And then you have someone like Elon Musk, especially in the early Tesla days.
Oh, yeah. People thought he was crazy.
Worse than crazy. He was called a fraud. People mocked the idea of high-performance electric cars, let alone reusable rockets. Massive public skepticism.
Yet he just kept pushing.
Driven by his own certainty. That's the common thread, isn't it?
What, the certainty?
Yeah. None of these people necessarily won over their doubters early on. They didn't need everyone else to believe. They had this core, unshakable belief in themselves and their vision. That's what powered them through.
They had the internal validation we talked about. They didn't need the external kind yet.
Precisely. They lived that underdog mindset.
Okay, so we've looked at why doubt can be fuel.
Yeah.
We've got this 4-step mindset. We've seen it in action with people like Kobe, Rowling, Musk. So for you listening right now, what's the action? What's the takeaway?
Well, the source actually ends with a really direct challenge. Something you can do today. It's called the 1 year from now challenge.
Okay, lay it on us. What is it?
Step 1, get a piece of paper or open a doc, whatever, and write a letter to yourself. But write it from your future self, 1 year from today.
For my future successful self.
Exactly. And in that letter, describe how you overcame the doubts you're facing right now. Detail the success you achieved, the goals you hit. Really paint a picture of that future reality where you push through.
So you're basically writing your own success story in advance.
Kind of. It makes that future feel more concrete, more reachable.
Yeah.
And then step 2
Yeah.
is crucial. Read that letter every single morning.
Every day.
Every day. Make it part of your routine. It's your daily dose of belief, your reminder of what you're working towards, especially when things get tough or that self-doubt tries to sneak back in.
It's like a pre-written pep talk from the version of you who already made it.
Exactly that. Because, let's be honest, the source points this out too, those same people doubting you now, if you succeed. Many of them will probably say, oh yeah, I always knew you could do it.
It rings so true. You can just picture it.
So the key thing, the real message here, is that your story, your legacy, it starts now. It doesn't wait for permission slips from other people. It starts with your own belief.
Your conviction is the engine. Doesn't matter who's cheering yet.
Not one bit. That internal fire is everything.
So if this deep dive hit home, if you feel that underdog energy, take that challenge. Write the letter. Read it every day. Remember, it starts today. No permission needed. Just go.